Look, I am doing a little happy hour because I thought my reels are really like a lot of the things that I can't stand, and so I thought I would do these little lives every so often where we get on and we talk about things we actually like instead of all the things we don't like. So that's why I called it happy hour. I'm not drinking right now, so that's you can have a drink by all means. It's 5 o'clock in Texas time. So as far as I'm concerned, if you want a drink, you could have one. But happy hour is just referring to like, let's talk about great things. It's good to see all of you. I saw my friend Logan. Logan, hi. My hair, thank you. Yes, it's quite long. I'm still trying to figure out how to care for it. I do some leave-in conditioner, but it feels like it's not dry, but it looks dry. I want to get like, do I need to get something done to it so it doesn't like just look crazy and frizzy out here? Or is that just my hair because it's really thick gray hair? Or you know how gray hair could be coarse? That's how it feels a little bit back there. Your lady says to do a weekly mask now. What kind of mask? And then someone right below you said aloe. Someone let me know about the mask I need to do. Is it like Kerastase? What is Kerastase? I just keep hearing about people. Now, one of the things that I wanted to promote during this happy hour is this hibiscus keratin. Oh, Sabat did a lot of keratin stuff, didn't he? Maybe I need to go see him. It'll cost $500. But hibiscus LaCroix is very good. Okay, Logan and I both need recommendations on hair masks. So people, let me know. Presley, thank you. This is a Poster Journal hat. I don't think he makes the hats anymore, but it's my favorite hat. It's actually like a really comfortable feel. Okay, the other thing, and I don't have it sitting here, but we got another LaCroix that I really like. I had not seen it before. It's peach strawberry. By Wolfmaster. Barely knew ya. It's peach strawberry, and it's real good. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. LaCroix. Now, my standard drinks remain the Kirkland Signature sparkling water, but I'm trying out this LaCroix. Now, some of you have seen this. This is something else that I love. Now, it's a little bit dusty, so disregard, but this is the Nido Ice Cube. And it is so, like, so squish, but it's like a real thick squish. And Logan, if you're still here, you'll find this entertaining. I don't know if you know this, but the place that I found this, the place that I first saw this was that girl's apology video. Yes, you know it. Tay Beep Boop or Beep Bop. Does anyone know that girl? I'm looking her up right now. Tay Beep Boop. Yes. That's where I found this, and I went around to like 3 different stores, like toy stores, like boutique toy stores, and they finally had it. It's a great one. Now there's a lot of air bubbles in it lately, which I think is, I don't know, maybe it's just degrading over time. But I saw her, she was in this apology video. She had done something real dumb. And, I mean, real dumb. This is not a test, but I'm going to leave that up for now. And she was sitting there, she was doing this. And I was like, how is her hand moving so slow? Like, because usually these things are very, like, this is my Nido donut. It's very fast. It's very fast, quick. And she was sitting there doing this. I thought it looked like slow motion. Anyway, it's great. Was this related to wallpaper design? I don't know. I don't know if it was the wallpaper. I don't think it was. No, I think it was just a general room design that she said someone copied her. But it was like not at all unique. Like it was certainly like her video, I think, had done good numbers on TikTok, but it was of the era when everyone thought if you put something online, then you then own it as a design technique. Okay, Logan says there was wallpaper design involved. In any event, it was something so stupid. It was like, which, by the way, when I watched that Lisa Frank documentary, I don't know if any of y'all watched that. Logan's going to be in the comments explaining the Tay Beep Boop if anyone wants to dive into that. I was watching the Lisa Frank documentary, and in the last episode, I could kind of tell they were struggling for content. This is the thing. It's like, if you're going to do these docuseries, they better be worth the time. Otherwise, do a 1.5 hour documentary. We don't need a series. We don't need 4 episodes. I ended up having problems with that docuseries in general because it sounded just like a general toxic workplace with an insane, eccentric boss. You know, that's a dime a dozen. You could go to any workplace and find an insane. You told your husband there was a Lisa Frank documentary, and he said, "Is that Anne Frank's sister?" Wow. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's crazy. But anyway, in the last episode, there's a girl who I guess is very an update on our family. Is that Lisa Frank related or something else? Anyway, there's a girl in it, and she is popular online, I guess, and she had designed an apartment in a full rainbow aesthetic. And she had a lot of back and forth over the years with the Lisa Frank social media team. And then Lisa Frank ended up doing this partnership with like hotels.com or some like Airbnb. You know, when Airbnb does like the Polly Pocket House, and it's like a 1 weekend only like thing where you can rent this house. It was sort of like that. And they did it up Lisa Frank style, which is rainbow. This girl then says they stole my look, my design. Well, the design is just the rainbow. And there were elements that were very similar. But I would be shocked if that girl said she wasn't influenced by Lisa Frank in some ways. So it was just like, this isn't how business works. And this isn't how the world works. If you need to know, by the way, everybody needs to read this book, Steal Like an Artist, okay? Everybody who's in a creative field needs to read this book, Steal Like an Artist. All art is referenced, stolen, influenced by other people. Now, I'm not advocating for going and stealing, literally stealing people's ideas, but the point of this book is that if you see someone doing something that you like or you enjoy, replicate it. Do it in your own way. And that's how art evolves, and that's how things, you know, come to be over time. Do you think the first person that made a statue out of marble then like told everyone else in the entire world, and if they ever made a statue out of marble, it was like, that was my idea first? No, that's what you do. Anyway, I did not plan to talk about this book, but I have it on my desk because I love it so much. Steal Like an Artist. His other books, Show Your Work, is a very good one. And I'm reading Keep Going right now because I just need to do that. It's really like specific to the creative fields. Anyway, Build upon work with original ideas. Exactly. Exactly. It's not vanity, Lisa. You can always share a controversial opinion. I might disagree. I might agree. And I do love this form factor of book. It's actually a really good form factor. It's small. It's easy to read. There's illustrations. There are words. This is my favorite. Someone just asked about this plush. This is from For the Birds, which is my favorite and arguably, I believe, the best Pixar short film. I believe it was before Toy Story 2, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I love Toy Story 2, and I love For the Birds. And this was a Disney Parks merchandise item in like 2008 or something. I love it. And then I also have, because I got to go to, oh, this was so great. Okay, this is great. The happy hour is working out good because I'm only talking about fun things. I got this ball at Pixar Studios because I got to go to Pixar Studios and see Coco before it came out. I got to see Coco, I want to say 6 months or more, maybe even a year before it came out. And so what we got to do, we were in a screening room. This was for work. This was for work, not this work. And I haven't gone live at Costco in a while, Deborah, but I might. It's just harder to do with this microphone. I don't think it would do the microphone. Yeah, Josh, that's not true. Opera literally changes. Like, the material doesn't change, but the visual of opera is wildly different every time. Wildly different. We're in a Pixar screening room, and they play Coco. Wait. What did Vanity Lisa say? Vanity Lisa, I don't think she shared her. Anyway, they show Coco. And Vanity Lisa, I didn't see your first part. I don't know why it's not coming up. Guys, stick around because this is going to be good. May I share it? And then I don't see her share it. I see your part 2. Okay, anyway, we're seeing Pixar Coco, and they had about 60% of it animated. So, like, for instance, oh, totally, I get it. I probably would agree with that as well. It's about 60% animated, and, like, for instance, the scene with that old man that dies when he plays the song for him in the underworld or the other side, that was all storyboards. And so you're seeing, like, every 6 to 10 seconds a different storyboard. So it was like getting to watch, like, it was exactly what it was. It was getting to watch this behind the scenes, and it was so cool. They didn't have all the music animated in there yet. I think they were using music from, like, Ratatouille and some other films just to, like, do the pace of it. And then at the very end, it's the Mama Coco scene, which if you have not seen this, spoiler alert, but she dies. And that was in storyboard form. Everyone was bawling. That's how good that movie is. It was in, like, totally not done yet, but still it was so powerful and so good. And that I just knew when the film came out it was going to be amazing. And they had changed a few things here and there. I think that helped the story make more sense. But it was that, I think that is still, like, top 5, for sure top 5, if not, like, top 2. I love Toy Story 2, I think the best of any Pixar films. But Coco is right there, number 2. Oh, Logan, I can't believe you watched that recently. But also, what a beautiful story to watch. Like right now. I'm glad you did. Actually, I'm glad you did. I changed my mind already. Anyway, so here we are. We're talking about good things. I'm nearly done with this, and I think the first half of the book is stellar. I'm getting to let's see. Well, you can see, like, that's where all my highlights are, in the first half of the book. Not done yet, but it's more about like friendships and other things at the end. Logan, I think you're going to love it. This is great. This is great. And so I go in and out of relating to it as deeply as I did the first half of the book, but I think it's very good. This also has had some controversy because of the whole, like, who invented what thing. There is a girl who did a Let Them poem that became very popular online, and Mel Robbins wrote this Let Them book, and this girl's fans are saying Mel should be crediting the girl who wrote the poem. And what I would just say is, like, that girl did not invent this theory, and neither did Mel Robbins, and neither is Mel Robbins claiming to have invented it. Like, have you ever heard, isn't it Maya Angelou, like, when people tell you who you are, believe them? Like, it's all, like, in that realm of, like, let people be who they are and you be you. Like, it's anyway, I just don't, if there is something truly nefarious about Mel writing this book, then by all means. But just because you post something online does not make it yours till the end of time. I mean, if someone could tell me that girl who wrote the poem was the first person to ever come up with the concept of letting people be them and not letting it bother you. Mel fleshed it out into this whole book, and she talks to doctors and psychologists, and, like, that's very different than what that other girl presented. Anyway, whatever. Did you hear there's a lawsuit against makers of Moana because it's a stolen movie concept? No. I didn't. You know what I did do today is dive into the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni evidence. Because, and look, I don't generally care. I think this is rich people problems. I think this is two Hollywood snobbies going after each other and involving us all in their nonsense. So just understand that. However, Justin Baldoni's lawyer just posted this website called thelawsuitinfo.com, and it is 168 pages of evidence against Blake Lively. And I gotta say, it's pretty compelling. It is pretty compelling evidence. And I'm not going to go through all of it by any means. I don't care all that much. But it's crazy to me that Blake is I don't know. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to let the jury decide. It's not till next year, but yeah, it's pretty nuts. If you do have any specific questions, you could put them in the question box and I'll get to them. But yeah, if you need something fun to do, go to thelawsuitinfo.com and you'll see all the evidence that Justin Baldoni has to offer. Now, I will say this. I've never followed Justin in his, like, podcasting era. I did watch Jane the Virgin. Loved that show. I didn't finish it. I think it went on maybe a little bit too long. So I'm a few, maybe 2 seasons behind. But I did love that show. And he was great on it. So there's that. Now, something that'll be very pertinent to Logan here, if I can switch the camera around. Today I set up my grandmother's Bernina sewing machine. I don't know if you know sewing machines, but this one is bananas. Why did you say it like that? You know it's Bernina. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to try to get into... I have a Burnett, which is their, like, little sister brand. I have a Burnett, and I'm sewed on it. I made a few things. This is top of the line. Crazy. I'm going to get to know it, get to learn how to do it. I'm going to make... I do want to do... some embroidery, so stay tuned. I know Logan says I shouldn't be scared of it, but it does scare me a little bit because it's very complex. My grandmother sewed for like 60 years, you know, and so she really knew what she was doing, and I don't, but I'm excited. Okay, Logan did it. Okay, grandma's sewing machine that has a full digital interface is pretty hard age reality check. Okay, let me tell you something. Bernina does not mess around. They are Swiss made, and they are the top of the line machine. And my Noni knew like how to do everything on it. She was someone who I could text at 2 a.m. and she would be up making a quilt. And she would respond to my text. She was 94, okay? My no offense to my parents if you're on, but like my parents don't even know how to text as good as Noni did. And so, yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of digital knowledge to run a machine like that, but it also takes a lot of skill. JJ Lynn, I left Southwest in 2020. I've not worked there since then. I don't do content full time as it does not bring me any money. However, I'm in between jobs right now. If you want to know the real answer, I worked somewhere else. After Southwest, I do not work there anymore, and I'm determining my next move. Angel Win. Who is your favorite person? Me? It can't be me. There's no way. Okay. So what I would like to do is if you have a question, a good question, put it in the little question box. Like, I don't know why Logan asked this, but it'll pop up like this. New light bright. Are you talking about this? This is a pegboard. Are you talking about this? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're in healthcare? Oof. Praying for you. But this is a pegboard. I have my shelves over here, which are a much better background. But as far as like how the room looks, I needed this to be in the middle. But also look on the other side of that. It's my little painting of JoJo. Oh, I love her so much. She's down on the floor looking at me. She's taking a nap. Is it time for Light Bright to come back? Sure. I think I've seen actual mini Light Brights at the store. They're very popular, so I think they are back. Love this question. When is my next Disney trip? You know, Logan's 40th birthday is coming up in October. Logan, maybe we should go to Disneyland. We haven't been to Disneyland in a long time together. The last time we went was for your bachelor party. I don't have any plans to go to Disney anytime soon. Although I will say February is a great time to go because it's before spring break and before summer. The weather is still not like fully deadly. And it's just a great time. Any thoughts on the Grammy Awards? I was thrilled that Miley Cyrus won Best Country Duet with Beyonce. I love that song. I thought, honestly, I got a lot of joy out of what I watched last night. It felt like a good escape. What I think people need to do, because I've seen some of the discourse online today, is chill out. I think everybody needs to really chill out. Take a chill pill. Everyone that was nominated for Best Album is doing just fine. Everyone that did or did not win is doing just fine. So everybody calm down. That's all I'm going to say. About to play Wingspan for the first time. We have no clue what we're doing, but only hear great things. I love Wingspan. Take your time. If you can, watch a video on YouTube. I watched one. Just find like a Wingspan basics video on YouTube. Take the time to watch it first, because there's a lot. It's very complex, but once you understand it, it's not hard at all. People see the board and they think, oh my gosh, there's so much going on here, all these little pieces, these cards and everything. It's not complicated, but you've got to read the rules and understand how the game works before you try to play it. So watch a video and then go from there. I would also say do not incorporate the expansion packs until you've played the initial game for a long time. Because what happens is when the expansions packs come in, you can't separate them from the cards. Like, they're in there. So get to know the initial game, play it, enjoy it, have fun with it. And then when you're like, okay, I'm ready for something a little more complex, then you incorporate the expansion packs. Don't do it all at once. You'll drive yourself crazy. It's just not any fun. Okay. So with that all said, I'm looking around here. This is great. This is great. Okay. So I want to show y'all a few things. I am a little bit of a slime head, and some of these are probably expired, so I'm not going to really dig in. But I have 2 brands of slime, Peachy BBs. Let's see how this one is. Yeah, they all need some activator probably, but this is like a really nice foamy kind of slime. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's such a interesting texture. Now, Logan got me this for Christmas, and I had to put a ton of activator in it so it wasn't as sticky. This one's really messy. This is an expert level. It doesn't, I wish it said it on the label, but on the website, this is slime obsidian. On the website, it calls this expert level slime, which we did not understand kind of what that meant. But once we dug in and got our hands in there, we realized, like, oh, this is expert level, meaning it's a little bit more challenging to work with, but the payoff is fantastic. I also have this other one from Peachy BBs. The name cracks me up. Okay. It has these, like, little... Oh, sick. Okay, hold on. I gotta go wipe my hands off. Hold on. Just a second. Doodle-doodle-doo. If you're just now joining, thank you for being here. We're just doing a little happy hour. All good things. All good things. I'm washing my hands because I got some nasty old slime on them. Yeah, that one was not great. That was not great. Not great at all. So yeah, this was great. It's kind of like little coils, little plastic coils, and it's really crunchy. Like when you get in there, I need to do Crest White Strips. Guys, I drink so much coffee. It's not because I don't take care of my teeth. I just drink a lot of coffee, and I need to get Invisalign because I hate this tooth poking out. This one is, I think, past its prime. I think this one needs to go. And then Logan also got me this one. I already regret opening it. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get some more activator, because otherwise it's just gonna be glue all over my desk. There is. No, there is. Thank you, Logan. Thank you. You're the first Disney YouTuber I came across, and you're inspirational. Thank you, Lauren. Loves Diz. Wow, haven't things changed a lot since then? I remember being at Disney and like it still being like a freaky thing to be filming yourself there because camera phones existed, but couldn't take good video on them. So what's your favorite coffee drink to order? So at Dutch Bros nowadays, I really enjoy a mocha, an iced mocha, which I did not know, at Dutch Bros at least, is just like chocolate milk and coffee. It's so good. Now, while I was in there, I found my Nido gumdrop, which has dust on it. But this is also, it's comparable to the ice, but it's sort of between this and this. You do a peppermint mocha. Okay, you know what? I don't like peppermint in things. I mean, like if you want to serve me like a peppermint ice cream, I just don't really go for it. I don't like consuming it in that way, but I like peppermints. What would it take to get you back in an Olive Garden? I literally went last week. So do you mean working or do you mean eating? I went last week and I had their gluten-free rotini with meat sauce, and it was very good. It was very good. My nephew, Charlie, who's now 14, for those of you who've been around for a while, he's 14. It was his first time at the Olive Garden, which I need to talk to my brother about. That's crazy. But he got the tour of Italy. I was so proud of him. The tour of Italy is what I recommended when I worked at the Olive Garden for 3 months. This was my spiel. And as you take a look at your menu, I just wanted to make a couple recommendations personally. My favorite entree is going to be the Tour of Italy, and that's because it comes with 3 of our best-selling entree options. You get a portion of chicken parmesan, you get a portion of fettuccine alfredo, and of course you get a portion of our delicious lasagna. And I looked at the menu, it was $22 now. $22 for the Tour of Italy. But in my opinion, worth it. Worth every penny. And that 14-year-old boy ate every bite of it. The salad was amazing. It was soaked in dressing, and it was so good. And Luke was also there. My other nephew, Luke, loved the breadsticks. I mean, loved the breadsticks. So, that's that. What about Cracker Barrel? Okay, this is becoming a chain restaurant podcast. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Cracker Barrel. I've not been... excuse me. Hold on. I've not been to Cracker Barrel. I think I've been to Cracker Barrel twice in my whole life. And the last time I went was pre-pandemic, at least. I mean, maybe by 5-10 years. I think I went because I had to go there for a Thanksgiving one year. Like, we were traveling or something was going on and we needed to go to Thanksgiving at Cracker Barrel. I don't know that they have anything gluten-free there. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Okay, great. I've answered all the questions in the box. What I'm thinking about this week, because I'm on my own for dinner this week, is I want to get Wingstop one night. I love Wingstop. Love it. Love Wingstop. My order there is an 8-piece bone-in combo because boneless wings are not wings. They're just chicken nuggets with a rebrand. I'm not saying they're not delicious, but if you're going to a wing stop, you need to get wings. I get the 8-piece bone-in combo with original hot sauce, buffalo hot sauce, and I get an extra tub of hot sauce. I used to, when I ordered over the phone, I would say extra wet, and they would just put extra sauce on it. When you order online, you can't request that, so I just order hey, Roberto, good to see you. Stick around, Logan's here saying a lot of nonsense. I get the extra little tub of wing sauce and pour it on there. And then I also get the fries, and I get 2 ranch dressings because their ranch is insane. And I've almost gotten it. And if you know anyone who works there or has worked there, let me find out the exact kind of mayonnaise they use. I know that they're using buttermilk. I know that they're using mayonnaise, and I know that they're using Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning packets, like big industrial sized ones. But I do not know the specific mayonnaise that they use, and I think that is the most important part of. I think that's the essence of the Wingstop Ranch, and that's the last piece that I need. I need someone who has access to these files, to these orders, to find out the specific ranch they use. Yes, Deborah, they're making it in-house. They're making it in-house, and it is... You just can't beat it. I mean, making it at home yourself with mayonnaise and buttermilk and the ranch packet is great, but it's not exactly the same. Okay. I saw someone the other day making restaurant ranch, and it was McCormick's Mayonnaise. I have heard that. Bye, Presley. Good to see you. I have heard about the mayonnaise. I'm willing to try it. I just have not had visual confirmation. Like, I want a spreadsheet. I want a photo. Like, I want someone back behind the scenes spilling the tea on the ranch. You know, I want proof. But I'm willing to try the mayonnaise in the meantime. I just think the mayonnaise is a little... Isn't it runnier? Like, isn't it more like liquid? Like, if you did this with it, it would pour out. Hey, the Tinner Chef. That's my boyfriend. He's on here. Hi. He's going to be embarrassed by this. But, so I'm trying to find... If you could track down the exact kind of mayonnaise, let me know. That they're using. Yeah, the mayonnaise has lime in it, so that's why I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm gonna get Wingstop one night this week. I'm not sure what night, but I'm looking forward to that. I plan this like weeks in advance. I think, that's the night I'm gonna get Wingstop. I have to build up to it mentally because it's an exciting moment. I don't get it often. I just don't. I don't get it often. Listen, there's several of you joining. I want to say hi, welcome. We're talking about all the things we love tonight. I think because, a lot of my reels can be snarky, snippy, snappy, and I just don't want people to think that that's all I do. Like, I like things too. Logan, you're brilliant. Logan just recommended, because I happen to have some time, Logan just recommended that I get a job at Wingstop. It's not a bad idea. I could work there for like one day and get the ranch recipe and then immediately resign. That's a good idea. I could, well, in my head when I did this, I thought I could steal, I could steal the mayonnaise, but I don't want to get fired for theft. I don't want that on my record. And I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Tell me why you left your recent job at Wingstop. Well, I did steal a bucket of mayonnaise. I don't know. Maybe they think that was like, you know, maybe they think that was cool. I don't know. Boots on the ground. Get your wing combo and an application. You know, sometimes y'all have really good ideas. Sometimes y'all do. Dr. Pepper zero sugar. I don't know why anyone doesn't. Logan prefers Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't understand it. Zero sugar is much better. Well, I got the ranch recipe, and that's all I needed from the experience. I mean, really, that's a great. I think anyone would also see Keats. Keats, can you tell me what your name is? Is that your name, Keats? I just don't want to be calling you something that you don't like. They have their own mayo, and that's what I'm worried about. Is like a white labeled product, essentially. You know, something that's off. You know, not available at stores. I've also heard that there's such a thing as like mega mayo, or I forget what it's called. It's like serious mayo. Let me think. You know how there's like what's it called? It's some kind of thick mayonnaise. Thick mayo. Oh, the reason mayo tastes better at restaurants, they use more egg yolks, resulting in a richer umami flavor. Heavy duty mayo. That's what it's called. Keaton. Okay. Heavy duty mayo or extra heavy mayo. Where can I get that? Why is it? It says getting your hands on true heavy duty mayo is a little trickier. Why is it tricky? You could always remember to order extra mayo on the side when visiting your neighborhood restaurant. What? Certain brands of mayonnaise are extra thick, such as Duke's mayo. I will say, if I'm just cooking a sandwich or a egg salad or a chicken salad, I'm gonna have to use a Duke's mayo. I only use this is a Duke's mayo household. Maggi sauce? What is Maggi sauce? Okay. When all else fails, make your own. No. I need a heavy duty mayo. Where can I find? Is this what I need to do on Twitch? Get a Twitch and like search restaurant dupes and look for heavy duty mayo on live on Twitch. Would y'all subscribe? Duke's heavy duty mayo. Oh. $34. Oh, Sam's Club has extra heavy mayo, but I don't have a Sam's Club membership. Hellman's extra heavy. I think it's just going to be massive. It's $16 on Amazon. Oh, you know what, Logan? We have the MSG in the little panda bear shaker. It's so cute and it's so good. Restaurant Supply, Maggie. Okay. I'm only here for the mayo content. I need to add that to my bio. Mayo content. Do you want it or not? Yeah, I know. Okay. Ooh. Okay, and I can save 30% if I subscribe to it and then immediately cancel on Amazon. Hellman's extra heavy mayonnaise jar, extra egg yolk. This might be the one. Am I about to subscribe to mayonnaise so I can try this? It's only going to be $10 for 128 ounces. How much mayo is that? Hold on. How much mayo is 128 ounces? £8. Oh my God. Wait. Wait. Liquid ounces. It's a gallon. I'm about to buy a gallon of heavy mayo. Is there not a smaller, I mean, really, is there not a smaller option? Surely. I can't buy a gallon of heavy mayo. I can't. Yeah, he will not be happy with that. Thank you. I can't do that. Even though it would only be $10. I cannot do that. Gallon of mayo. Okay, hold on. Extra heavy mayo. For some reason, it's only available in these gallon jars. 30-pound, 4 gallons? No. This is so dumb. You know what I'm going to do? You know what? See, I knew it. I knew Barrett would be upset if I bought a gallon of mayonnaise. So I'm not going to do it. I didn't buy it. No, I wasn't going to say I need to open a restaurant. What I need to do is start a heavy mayo company. Now, a ranch dressing themed restaurant would do really well. But I think what I could start is AJ Ruck Mayo Incorporated. Heavy mayo. AJ Ruck, heavy mayo. Heavy mayo. Heavy metal mayo. Heavy metal mayo. No, I just need to think of something. But like, if I started a heavy mayo company, would y'all buy it? I will say this. I do love Molly Boz's mayonnaise. It's called AO. And it's expensive. But Barrett got it for me for Christmas. And it's really good. And it has, my favorite one has jardinera in it, which is like the hot peppers you would get at Potbelly. They're all crushed up in the mayo. Really good. There's a dill one too that's amazing. Heavy on the mayo. Is that my company name? Heavy on the mayo? Heavy mayo. I'm just thinking, I want to make heavy mayo accessible to people. You shouldn't have to buy a gallon of it to enjoy a restaurant quality mayonnaise at home. Did I just make my Kickstarter video right now, right in front of you? You know, in those Kickstarter videos, they're always like, my buddy and I were sitting around talking about, why is heavy mayonnaise so difficult to find for regular people? And that's when we knew we had to start the company Heme, heavy, Heme, QVC. You're right. Oh my gosh. QVC would go crazy for heavy mayo. Because you know what we could do? We have the heavy mayo there. I'm visualizing oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Logan, we're literally talking about the I Love Lucy episode where she sells dressing. Like, this is real life what we're doing. This is real life what we're doing. Anyway, I'm visualizing all the little jars, and then we make an egg salad, and we make a potato salad, and then we make the most delicious, luscious ranch dressing you've ever seen. And you just have like all the little things to dip in it. Could you imagine those hosts? If I was on with David, he would be happy dancing the whole time, just dipping everything in the ranch, and then having a bite of the egg salad with a true heavy mayo, extra egg yolk. Hold on. I got to write this down. I need a piece of paper. Heavy mayo. And that's right, Logan, because it isn't like any mayo you could get at the grocery store because no one is selling it. No one is selling it. And it would be so easy to set up a subscribe and save there because everyone always needs mayonnaise. People would be subscribing for years. Chefstore.com. Okay. I see the word pale in that link. And that tells me it's a lot. But what do you do with the jars? Does it stay good? Do you know what I'm saying? Does it stay good for that long if you open it? Chef Store Monarch. Here's what I don't understand. Is if we like heavy mayonnaise at the store, at a restaurant, why wouldn't the mayonnaise companies say, we should sell this to the homes as well? 30 gallons? Here's what I have to tell you. One thing I'm not going to do is get into canning mayonnaise at home. I'm just not going to do it. I refuse to do that. I appreciate the place that you're coming from with this, but to me, it's $10. Look, one of the thickest in the industry, Keats, you're funny. You're funny, Keats. It's $10 for a gallon. I think I'd just do an experiment, and then, if I use all the mayo, great. If I don't, great. And at Barrett, if you're still on, I want to remind you that we have a gallon of peanut butter, sir. So, if you get to have a gallon of peanut butter, maybe I could have a gallon of mayonnaise. Just a thought. But I would need to I could reach out to Hellman's. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to Hellman's. I'm going to say, hey, can you do me a solid? And either send me a smaller jar of heavy mayo or donate a gallon mayo to the cause. I would like to... I think that's where this is all leading. Why not start a ranch company? I agree. I think that's where this is all leading. I don't know if you believe in God or the universe or just a higher power, but I am at this point where I don't have a job. I need a way to make an income. And something's telling me that this heavy mayo ranch situation just might be the ticket. How did we get from you getting boots on the ground in Wingstop to pails of mayonnaise totaling 30 pounds, no canning? This is what happens on an AJ Ruck Live. You don't know where the live is going to take you. You believe in ranch. We all do. We all do. Aunt Martha's old-fashioned ranch dressing. One of my favorite I Love Lucy episodes, by far. So, a lot of you have been asking when the conclusion or when the continuance of the catfishing story will come. And it'll be soon. I'll be honest, there's not a lot left. I think the last place I left you was... You knew we'd land on mayonnaise. Yeah. I think the last place I left was that my friend chose the catfish. And, okay, Logan, don't say anything. Logan, don't say anything. Do not say anything, Logan. Do not say anything. We are protecting the identity of the people in the story, okay? I've successfully done that. I will say, one or two people might have tried to guess. They could have been right. I don't know. But, there's only 9 people here right now, so I can, talk kind of. But yes, there's been a saga about a friend of mine who, and I was just telling people how, to beware of catfishes. And I would like to conclude that story soon. And I will. Tonight, it's not going to be tonight. I got to go do a Peloton here in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to go do a Peloton, trying to stay in some form of shape. But I will conclude. The thing about the catfish story is, like, I'm laughing about it, kind of making light of it, because it is crazy. I mean, it is crazy for a friend of yours to be catfished by someone for over 6 months. Let me just catch you up if you haven't thought it. If you haven't heard it yet. It is a highlight on my profile page. You can go back and watch. A friend of mine met somebody on OkCupid. Okay. They talked for months and months and months. Now, let me tell you this. Logan is a good friend, because when I first started dating, he said, great, meet people on whatever. If you want to actually, like, date somebody, they need to be willing to meet you within the first 2 weeks, or you need to move on, because they're not serious, or they've got too much going on, or whatever. It wasn't always like that they're a bad person. It was just like, you need to set a limit to what you're willing to wait to see someone in person, to meet them. Because, in the worst case scenario, you could get led on by someone who's not even the person you think you're talking to. That's exactly what happened to my friend. And I tried to relay that rule to them. They didn't take to it. So they spoke to this person online for over 6 months. Okay. And it's that in-person energy is not the same online. Absolutely, it's not. Absolutely. Why set yourself up to grieve something that was never even wrong? Exactly. Like, when you're talking to people online, it's a totally different dynamic than real life. And that, yeah. But there's also the possibility of there might not even be that person. So anyway, I figured out through logic, but also through a spy software online, that the photos that had been shared with my friend were actually of a Hallmark Channel thespian, and not the person that they were claiming to be. When confronted with this news, that person, I don't even know how to explain this, but double catfished my friend. Meaning, I don't even know how to explain this. The catfish at one point had said, hey, you live near my friend so-and-so. I think y'all would be good friends. Y'all should meet up sometime. And so they never met up, but my friend had that person's number in their phone. And so when I said, hey, this person is a Hallmark Channel person and not a real person, my friend said, oh, let me call that friend of the person I'm talking to, because they will know. And so I said, actually, I wouldn't do that, because I bet that friend is also the catfish. I bet that friend wanted to like meet you in person and you not realize that you had met the catfish. Well, my friend didn't listen to me and contacted the friend of the catfish. And I said, well, whatever you do, do not strike up a friendship or relationship with that person. My friend did. My friend absolutely did. And then went back to the original catfish and eventually made plans to meet the original catfish. And when my friend got there, it was the other person. Are y'all tracking? And yes, this is why I'm going to have to I really have to break the story down when I actually officially continue it, because my friend was double catfished. Meaning, thought they were talking to this person, turned out to be a Hallmark Channel character, then thought they were talking to a friend of the person, turned out to be the original person. And when my friend walked up and said, oh my God, you're so-and-so, the person said, I thought you knew by now. Cut to my friend calling me and being like, oh my God, you'll never guess, so-and-so is so-and-so. And I was like, yeah. So like exactly what I told you. And then I said, okay, well, you know, at this point, like, you do you. I mean, you've gone 10 steps beyond anywhere that I would ever go. And we're not friends anymore. I don't know the status of their relationship. I believe they were together for several years in real life. And I don't think they're together anymore, but I also don't have any way of knowing. I mean, I have ways of knowing, but I don't know that for sure. Lauren, it was very frustrating. It was very frustrating. But more so it was sad because my friend was taken advantage of. And my friend also, one of the things that is like so manipulative, or one of the ways a catfish manipulates, is to turn the person against their own friends. Because I was saying, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, and that catfish was like saying that I was crazy and like I was the bad person in this scenario. Adam doesn't want you to be happy. Adam doesn't want you to And it's like, no, Adam doesn't want you to be taken advantage of, which is exactly what happened. Yeah. So, but I had to make the choice at that point. Let's talk about boundaries. I had to make the choice at that point. I had stuck with my friend as long as I possibly could. Okay, now all the evidence is out there. You know, when you don't know if it's catfish, like, I wouldn't just abandon my friend on the assumption that someone was catfishing. I found the evidence. I got everything down, confirmed. That's when I then said, okay, if you make this choice, which is to stay with this person, I will no longer be a part of your life. I cannot do that to myself, to you, to anyone else. And they said, okay. They made that choice. I mean, it was very hurtful, very sad. But again, more than it being hurtful, it was, I felt bad. I'm going to see if this is a good microphone thing. Hold on. You can't really tell it's a donut, but it is kind of cute. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. I thought I was a good friend too. But it is what it is. I will tell you this. I've got a good reel going up tomorrow. Y'all keep sending in your homework. It's so good. Y'all all get A pluses. Thank you, Logan. Thank you. Everybody gets an A plus. You're sending me great things. I will tell you, there is one that I've gotten a few times now. Unfortunately, it cannot be stitched. The person has turned off stitching. It's a really good one. I'm trying to think of what it is now. Oh, it's a woman and she's holding a pair of leopard print panties, and the caption is like, don't get rid of your old panties. Here's how you can reuse them. And she wears it as a top. And let me tell you, it is A plus content. You are on track. You are exactly along the right lines. However, it can't be stitched. And I also think it is, after doing some research into it, I think it's a blatant case of clickbait. I just got a text from Warmies. So last night, when I asked y'all if I should get one of those Warmies, one of those stuffed animals that you microwave in the microwave, everyone said yes. Maybe 2 or 3 of you said no. I think you were just trying to go against the grain, but everybody said yes. People from all over the country have reached out and said, you need to get a Warmie. So I did sign up for the Warmies discount code, and I just got a text that was like, you need to do Warmies. I'm going to hold off for now, but they are cute, and I love a warm. Here's the thing. JoJo doesn't like sleeping with me at night. She's on the bed, but she's not with me. So I need, I would love to have a microwavable stuffed animal to hold. Or just when I'm watching TV on the couch, you know. David La Liberté just joined. Let me tell you something about David. David is, we just talked about this I think on Instagram the other day. He was the first person that ever came up to me and said, I watch you online. I was like, what? So this was back in 2008, maybe 2009. I'd done a lot of YouTube videos, Disney YouTube. And I was at World of Disney, kind of, you know, at the time, my place, you know. And this kid walks up and says, I watch your YouTube videos. I know, you know, I know who you are. And I remember my friends were like, what in the world is going on? This is 2009. I mean, that's bizarre. It was bizarre. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Okay? I felt like I was a celebrity at the time. So David La Liberté is like that memory in my mind of someone, the first person to ever come up to me and say, I like your videos. So thank you, David, for that. That was very nice. Listen, this has been great. I want to do these happy hours more often. Basically, if you joined halfway through or toward the end, I want to get on here and just talk about things that I like, things that I love. Today, I didn't have an agenda, but we got to talk about heavy mayonnaise. We got to talk about ranch dressing. We got to talk about Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. We got to talk about catfishing. We got to talk about LaCroix. We got to talk about this book that I think everyone in the creative realm needs to read, Steal Like an Artist. And it was just fun. So let's do this more. And keep doing your homework. Today he iced mayonnaise. Gross. We'll do this more often. And we'll check back in soon. Keep doing your homework. Send me your homework. Everyone gets A pluses so far. But we do have a midterm exam coming up soon. So I want to make sure. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for promoting. I want to make sure everyone gets up to speed on everything on the syllabus that's coming up. We've got a big semester ahead of us. So thanks for watching. I'm going to save this one because I think it was actually a really fun time. And we'll catch you again next time.